Black with Garland and Calvin. I'm Calvin. He's Garland. And that is a championship belt, of course, that,
Oh
I
God.
have been holding on to for a while. But eventually I'm going to give it up. Just I haven't given it up right now. But eventually I'm going to give it up. Wait, man. I thought this was all black featuring Garland and Calvin. Wait, is this
Uh,
is this
uh,
all things black with
uh,
where's Garland?
I wanted to say for me on behalf of me and Grandma. Uh, I hope you enjoy this season. It's not going to be as good because I'm not going to be there drunk. But for me and Grandma, enjoy this season of the shot.
What, what, Garland, there you are. Hey, Garland, I didn't know what happened, man. I thought it was all things black with Garland and Calvin. And next thing I know, Ronnie was sitting in there. I'm like, what is going on? Where's my guy Garland at? And I'm glad you made it back. Plus, Ronnie dead, man. I'm trying to figure out what. Oh,
It was
man.
it was from heaven. It was Ronnie. Ronnie came down. It's like Clark Kent and Superman. It's hard to tell the difference without the glasses on. It's hard to tell between me and Ronnie. When I get that a lot. I look like Ronnie.
Hey, somebody said they need to get that man a funeral service, which they did not do. They ain't give him no type of
Did they?
funeral or
Did not.
nothing.
I don't know what was left of him to do because he shot him in his head. So it wasn't too much that they could put together for Ronnie.
They could have gave him a closed casket or something, man. They ain't had to do the man like that. They had to do the man like that. And if you all don't know, again, this is all things black with Garland and Calvin. I'm Calvin, he's
I'm
Garland,
Garland.
and we are going to discuss the season 4 premiere of The Shy, which is called Soul Food, and we're gonna have to talk about that too because there's a couple things going on here. But anyway, enough about that. So how you doing, Garland? How you doing, first of all?
Bro, I'm feeling great. We got a real black show. We're gonna finish off This Is Us with our two black characters that we love, and then we'll get back to being
It's a couple
the
black
true
characters. The
us.
whole black family we like. They got the 3 daughters. They got the boyfriend. They got
Mom.
Claire Huxtable. Yeah. They got
Yeah, yeah.
a
I'm
few of
sorry.
them.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And the other ones that was on there as well. Yeah. So here we go. I'm ready. This shot. I mean, what says blackness than uneven storylines and craziness? So I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen to the shot.
Exactly. And just like they always say when you talk about black things, what about Chicago? Hey, what about the Chi? There we go. And look, our viewership has quadrupled since This Is Us. Actually, that show is called This Is Us, but when we're doing the Chi, we look at our viewership. This is us. This right here is us. This what we looking for. So anyway, we might as well get started because it was packed an hour and let's
Right.
go. No commercials. This ain't NBC. This is Showtime. There's no commercials in it. So let's go. Let's just get started.
There's no commercials because we ain't got no sponsors. So welcome to our additional 6 viewers tonight. We up to 12, so we blowing up. People already up in the chat room acting out. It should have been called Who Shot You? Ashley said. Eric Green up in here with the funny memes. They did them like, well, okay, yeah, we're gonna get into it, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into it. And so Soul Food was the title of the episode. We're in the 4th season of The Shot. Wow, I can't believe it. We thought last season it was done because the storylines got a little crazy at the end. But, hey, Lena Waithe, excuse me,
Wait.
she pulled something out of her butt. And so, she got another season. Now, the opening of The Shy is show various characters in the middle of big moments. We see Kevin dressed in a tuxedo. He walks in on Jake and Jim are having a tongue fight. Oh, my goodness. Keisha's in labor, giving birth in the tub. And Mayor Otis Duda Perry was shot on the roof of a building in which a fancy event was being held. But we see a little placement card on the screen that says, but a month earlier. So we're kind of doing a back and forth. They're getting a little tricky. Lena getting a little tricky with this season and stuff. So we start from the current and we going backwards. All right. And so let's go back a little bit. So this first segment we're going to talk about is Kevin loves Gemma. And so Kevin and Gemma, they still booed up from last season. And after sneaking in the house to get some early morning booty, Kevin has to jump out of the window so he doesn't get caught by her father. But the father is in the kitchen looking at everything on the ring video. So you see your daughter's boyfriend jumping from a second story window into the snow. He puts on his clothes. He comes to the house, rings the doorbell, and you let him in without punching him in his chest? Calvin, come on now.
So I'm a smart ass. So when he come to the door, I'm gonna be all like, "Hey, what's going on, Kevin?" But when my daughter comes down and says, "Hi, Kevin," I'm gonna be like, "Oh, so that's the first time you seen him today? Like
Right.
you ain't seen him a little earlier? Like, let's go around and see that dent that he left in my snow. Like, and why did
Right.
he think he would be able to track through the snow without being seen? Like, Kevin, come on, bro. You got to take that L. You just got to walk out and be like, "Sir, I'm sorry." Make up another lie. You can't. First
Son.
of all, you jumping out the window in the snow. Not
Bro.
I.
Right. I'm sorry. Your daddy just going to have to be mad. Come on. You just going to have to be on punishment for a month. I'm sorry. But you you saw him jump out the window. You just going to open the door and say, "Come on in for some breakfast"?
Exactly. And then you got so you hit
They're in
my
high school.
kid. You hit
Right.
my kid, and then I'm gonna feed you too. What kind of bed and butter are we running up in this motherfucker? We,
Right.
we running a bed, butt, and breakfast in this bitch now? Like what the fuck? What the fuck is going on? We ain't doing that. That's
Right.
not what's happening around here. Somebody said he's building a case. I do think he might be building a case
Eric.
also.
Mhm. Yeah.
Either that
Yeah.
or maybe he really likes Kevin.
Yeah, maybe he likes Kevin. Maybe he likes his persistence, his scrappiness. But I'm sorry, you ain't jumping out my windows, and I see you, and then you're gonna come up to the door like, "Hey, hi, sir. You're not Eddie Haskell, and I'm not Mr. Cleaver." You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna punch you in your chest. Then I might say,
Someone
"Come on in."
someone asked why didn't he know about the camera, and why didn't she know Gemma know about the cameras? I was thinking the same thing. Like maybe he has them hidden, but as soon as Kevin saw the one camera, why didn't he figure there were
Right.
cameras everywhere? And they got money. Why wouldn't they have cameras? They got money and they're in Chicago. Come on, they got cameras.
Yeah.
I think the writing was a little off on that one.
On that
Just a
one. That
little off
storyline is a
on that
little
one.
crazy,
Yeah,
man, a little crazy.
yeah.
But we let him slide. It's the first episode, but just had to kind of point it out that all right, that normal black father, if the black father's in the home, he gonna punch him in the stomach.
I see that. See, it's always one.
It's
It's
always what
always
I'm sorry. That
one.
Black Daddy gang. And so let's talk about my man Jake Floyd. I call him Jake Floyd because he's I'm sorry. Jake Floyd. He not his last name not Floyd, but he anyway. Let me keep on going. Y'all get the joke later. All right. So hating ass Jake. He's still hating on Kevin and Gemma. He trying to, you know, get in on the side, get in where he fit in. And so after arriving to play basketball at a public court, another kid picks a fight with Jake and things escalate. And nearby, there's just some police officers. They out chilling and they step in and they demanded to see Jake's ID. And of course, no, man, I ain't gonna show you my ID because he's Jake. And so the officers they pushed him to the ground and beat him. And when Kevin tried to step in and show their ID card, his ID card, one police officer pulled a gun on him. And so Jake is taken away in handcuffs and he winds up in the hospital. And Maisha, she's there and she films the entire incident on her phone and later puts the footage online. And so at the hospital, we got our boy Trig. He's back, and Trig is mad. I mean, he's mad. He finds his brother not only beat up in the hospital, but he's handcuffed to the bed. And so when Mayor Duda arrives, he's angry. He's out at dinner trying to get a swerve on. We're gonna talk about Duda in a little bit. And so he's angry, but he added that he can't stop the Chicago police from being crooked. Man, ain't that the pot calling the kettle black? Dude, ain't that your job? That's what my boy Trig said. That was good acting right there. Trig said that. And so Trig, he's mad, and due to promises, he's going to take care of things. And later, when Kevin showed up, Jake made it clear that he wasn't happy with how his friend had handled himself during the attack. So, Jake was acting like, he was a thug, and Kevin, like, when they pulled out that gun, they said, get down, Kevin, hurry up and hit the ground because Kevin thought about life. And so Kevin didn't pick violence on this one. Jake did. And so at the end of the episode, we see that Imani, she's still there as well, doing hair, cutting hair. Shout out to Imani. Uh, she stands as a lookout. And when we see the officer jogging in the middle of the night in dangerous Chicago, he's jumped by Trig, and Trig beats him up for hurting Jake. Now, how did you feel about Kevin's reaction? And do you think he was wrong?
So, I think what's starting to happen now is we're starting to see their separation. We're starting to see how friends are starting to grow apart, how their beliefs are starting to change. Jake grew up with the drug dealer brother, and all he's had in his life are gangsters as his role models and people that he's imitated and emulated. Kevin, on the other hand, has a mother who cares about him. He's extremely disrespectful, but he's always had people trying to steer him in the right direction. Even the school that he's going to, he didn't want to go at first, but he eventually decided to go.
Right.
He met Gemma there. It's a private school. It's a rich school. Jake was reluctant to go there. He only went there because I forced him to go there. You even see on the train where they get on the train, Kevin is fine wearing the uniform, but Jake wants to take that off. He wants to take that shit off. Jake wants to have nothing to do with that type of lifestyle. Even in that interaction when they're walking up to the game, the guy steps to Kevin, and Kevin's like, "Hey man, I don't want no problem." But Jake is like, "Man, fuck this. We not taking that." We're starting to see that separation, and I also think it's starting to. I think Kevin is starting to get, and this might be a little stretch at his age, but I think he's starting to get some political beliefs that are maybe leaning a lot right, because you see he's agreeing with Gemma's father a lot, and Gemma doesn't even agree with her father, and he even said to Gemma, "You're angry," and Kevin went that whole route of just comply. That police are probably our friends, let's just show them your ID, Jake. And Jake went that route of no. So I don't know if Kevin is wrong. I think Kevin is doing what he thinks is right. I think the one aspect where Kevin might be wrong is where he didn't want them posting the video. It's clear that Jake was assaulted by the police. Now, let me say something else. And no fault of Lena Waithe or Showtime or The Shy, but this storyline and everything that we're watching now, where a young black male is being assaulted by the police, it's starting to get a little worn. We know it happens. We know it's been happening, but I'd like to see it from a different angle, because we all know what's going to happen. He gets assaulted, he goes to jail, somebody's going to come in, we're going to figure out what happens to the officers. Somehow Dudai is going to use his mayoral powers to try to reform the police. Like, we know what's going to happen.
Right.
There may be a couple little surprises here, but and maybe they did it, like I said, by the time this comes out now at the end of May, we've been seeing it in everything that we watch, movies and everything. We want some solutions. We already know what the problem is. We already know what the issue is. So it's starting to get a little worn. So again, no fault to them, because, you never know when they're going to do it. But I would like to see, or let me say this. I hope that this actually fits into the storyline a different way and doesn't go the way of reality and, making us see things that way.
Yeah, it's kind of like, and I think we've been dealing with this since they've both been in the private school, that, Jake is trying to exist in two worlds. He still wants to maintain this, I'm a thug. But as he admitted in the early scene, of last night's episode that he's starting to like school. He's starting to like this exposure to good education and the classes and things like that. And so he still wants to maintain that I'm a thug, I'm from the hood, but I am in a private school. It's kind of like I'm a private school kid. I went to Catholic school from like the first grade all the way up through the 10th. And I never changed my clothes on the bus, but I definitely did take my tie off
You gotta
once
take the
I
tie
got
off.
to yeah, once I
You
got
gotta
to
take the
certain
tie off.
neighborhood. You had to take the tie off and whatnot. Although I couldn't get out the sweetest knits, I ain't bring a pair of jeans. You had to kind of make this adjustment of, okay, one side is the safe side and the other side is I might get picked on if I don't show up in a different type of attire. And so, yeah, I believe Kevin he's really fully integrated in it. As a matter of fact, as they were talking with Jim's father, he's talking about this thing of the he was scared of reputation that these black people are getting because of this crime and different things like that. And Kevin seemed to see his point instead of seeing it as, well, there's a system that seeks to exploit people, and they always highlight crimes of minorities and not talk about the impact of larger society on that. And so I think that we're seeing that in this dichotomy again between Jake and Kevin. Jake, yes, I'm smart, but I'm hood as well. I'm a stand for mine, and this, that, and the other. It's funny because I know this was a controversy too, Calvin, probably about a month or two ago, with a young lady. She was in foster care in Ohio, and she was shot and killed by the policeman that came up. And a lot of people were saying, well, if she just would have listened to the police,
Yeah.
she still would have been alive. And, there's a lot of people that believe that, hey, if we just listen to the police tell us, show us your ID, just take your ID out and show them, or this, that, and the other. And sometimes you just feel like you're always being pressured, or your rights are being violated, or that you're just being singled out for harassment by the police. And so, yeah, I agree with you, though. Yeah, okay, we've seen this storyline. I just want to see how it plays out. Somebody, already kind of poked a hole in this as well. It's like, okay, how did they get the officers? Now, how did they know he was out here running laps at night and all those things? That's true. Maybe do that. We'll see down the line, because I'm sure it's going to be linked to, okay, officer was assaulted. We're probably going to see something of the officers are going to respond against the community. And so, we might see this different angle. And because Duda is a criminal, but he's the mayor, we're definitely going to see kind of like this. I think it's going to be this conflict between the police, and they're going to, maybe, I'm guessing, I'm being Negro Damas, maybe they'll try to expose Duda for, being a criminal. So we'll see.
And someone said that it looks like the police officer is dead, so that's a different storyline, which it is. So yeah, if they go in a different angle, I'm definitely here for it. And either way, I'm here for it. It's just an observation that I had, that everything we're watching now definitely centers around that. Let me do something, because this chat is pretty popping. Let me I'm gonna throw the chat in here. Yeah. That way you can all see things. You won't see anything that's the past, but as you type in, your comments will pop up in there, so we can all see. I don't know if everyone's on the same platform or not, but anyway, sorry about that, Garland.
Yeah, no, it's all good. And somebody also raised the question of, man, they got Kevin out here smoking blunts, drinking brown liquor. I'm like, Kevin, is the pressure that hard that you out here denying phone calls and whatnot? I guess it really rocked them that much, but I guess we're seeing this evolution. They're not little boys anymore. I mean, they were smoking weed in the last season. They were smoking weed in the house, so we already know that Kevin liked to smoke. And so, we see how this plays out. But I mean, Kevin hitting the Henny, and so, with the brown paper bag, he ain't even have a cup.
Kevin having sex, Kevin drinking, Kevin smoking, Kevin like a junior warlord out there, motherfucker. Right. I'm waiting for him to recruit Michael soon.
Right, Kevin, he was Mad Dog in them or something. What's the little guy that that James Evans beat with the belt? Michael.
The
He
little,
had the perm.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, the little perm head boy.
Yeah.
Now, someone did say Kevin is facing a lot of trauma, and Kevin has been through a lot of trauma.
Yeah. Yeah.
And his sister alluded to it, like you don't need to see a counselor, but you need to talk to someone. Like she tried to get him to talk to her because she went through the same thing. She
Right.
said, I thought it was just going to get better, and it just didn't get better. You need to maybe express yourself, talk to some people.
Yeah, somebody Eric said that was Thunderbird or Richards. It might have been Mad Dog 2020. And so the bottle wasn't big enough. That's why I'm saying it was brown liquor because it was a little small, little shorty in the brown paper bag. So, you know, we'll see. We'll see. All right, so let's talk about Keisha and the baby. Keisha got a baby, and Keisha met with potential adoptive parents for her child. And ultimately, she decided against them after the wife admitted that her and her husband were getting a divorce, and she was planning to raise the baby on her own. And so Keisha wants the baby to be placed in a two-parent household, something that's real stable. We saw, for you who follow Tab Brown on Instagram, we see what Tab Brown been doing in Chicago. I follow on Instagram. I was like, what's she doing in Chicago? Now I know she was up there taping episodes of The Shot. And so I want to see how this plays out of her and we know she's going to have the baby. She's going to get the baby up for adoption. Is she going to just raise the baby by herself? Dre did it. Dre can be the daddy. So Dre in the house, and Dre can be a father figure for the baby.
Yeah, and I think you said her name was Tab Brown. She's actually in this season of Black Love. If you're watching, she's actually
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
pretty hilarious in Black Love. But yeah, it looked like so clearly when she went to the house, she told her she was sorry. She's not going to give the baby because she wanted the two-parent household. But if you watch the previews at the end of what's coming up, there's another shot of her. So somewhere she's coming back in, which can make you just assume that she's going to get the baby. Now, someone did ask why would she have the baby just to get up? A lot of people just have that belief that all life is precious and you have to have the baby. It's a personal belief. I don't know if that's what she's thinking, but it was definitely her choice. I wanted to find it hypocritical, but I didn't find it hypocritical that she wanted the baby raised in a two-parent household. She's rather disrespectful to her mom. They're both disrespectful to their mom.
Right.
And I think she's looking for something that she's never had. And as all parents do, we want our kids to experience things better than we did. We want them to grow up better than us. And I think that's what she's looking for. So as much as I wanted to find it hypocritical, I really couldn't, because I completely understand you want your child to grow up in the best position possible.
Right. Definitely. So we see what happens with that. And now, next is the storyline that I found very interesting. And I'm going to call this Keeping It in the Family. Now, we learned that Dom and Darnell, who is Emmett's, America's favorite fuckboy, Emmett's dad, he's a senior fuckboy, and they're dating. And after learning that Dom shared with Darnell that she gave Emmett a taste of the skins, Emmett he's extremely worried that Tiffany is going to find out. Now, I think this is probably the storyline that I struggled with the most. I don't know, as a father of a son, that I would want my son sloppy seconds. I don't. That's because that's what it is. He got his son sloppies.
He he did,
And he fine with it.
Now I think he's fine with it because he's already in with Lala Kardashian. Like he's already tasted some of that Kardashian booty that she bought. But had he known prior to, he would not have. I'm sure he would not have kept. Well, maybe Donnell. He's a weird character. First of all, they need to take that Bluetooth out his ear. Let's start there.
No, that's perfectly him. I love the Bluetooth.
No, I don't.
It's like Spice Adamish.
then he doing the James. Then he doing the James laugh.
Right.
But I was done when my man said, "I'm her new zaddy." What?
That look at. I'm a new zaddy. Dog, you just found out your son that the chick that you popping with gave your son a little piece, and you talking about you zaddy?
Hey, my man said Dick ain't got no rear view.
That's
It's like, what?
what he said.
He right. He was like, hey, it's bound to happen. I mean, Dick ain't
What?
got no rear view. What? Yeah,
What?
someone said he's the funniest character on there, and I will have to absolutely agree. And maybe you're right; he does not need to lose that Bluetooth because that does make Darnell, especially when he came in with the VCR. My man had the, and then said VCRs are making a comeback. Where,
No, no,
bro?
they ain't.
Man, VHSs are not making a comeback. Hold on, pause, stop. I can't see the names. Who is this? Who is this, Garland? Zaddy is fine. I'd holler. Who is that?
Cherie Kirsten.
Okay. All right. That's Sherry. All right,
Sherry,
Sherry.
I'm sorry, Sherry.
She,
Sherry
she
Kirsten.
ain't live. She ain't gonna live this one down. All right, Sherry. Anyway, let's keep going.
Man, I'm sorry. I'm Zaddy. Zaddy ain't cute. Yeah, that's just. I mean, I know Lala. I mean, okay, Dom got a fat butt and she could cook. Okay, great. But your son, your son had that up on the table. I'm sorry, nah, man, nah. Come on, now we got somebody. Let me ask Ronnie what Ronnie think. Grandma, grandma would say, "Dick ain't got no rear view mirror, so it's okay."
Hey, I mean, listen. Darnell is probably thinking it ain't no fun if your son can't get none. So, I mean, you know.
Ashley said her food and ass must be fire. That's a strong possibility.
I mean,
That,
there's no lies there.
no lie.
I mean, yeah,
Ashley,
I
you
did.
get a gold star for that. You got the quote of the night.
Now, just a side note,
Yeah.
I need Lala to chill with the injections because
Yeah,
she's
this because I'm
yeah,
like she
just
didn't. How about when that big on MTV?
nah,
Like,
yeah,
is she that mad at Mello? She trying to.
yeah. I
I
need
mean, we don't have King Magazine no more. You don't need a butt that big, Lala.
yeah, just yeah. I mean, and Lala's our age, and Lala chill, girl.
Yeah,
Like,
that's going
you
far.
Lala, like you
Right.
Lala. Now we talk about her acting, but Lala has been with us for decades. Lala, it deserves to be on some show and act bad. She's earned that right. Lala has been with us for decades, so I'm gonna give her that. But yeah, Lala, drop that. Yeah. Anyway, I'm moving.
My Don Kemp said that that thing needs its own social media site. Are we talking about Lala's butt? Did you mean Lala's butt, Don? Because if so, just send me the link so I could befriend that site.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Moving on. Moving on.
Huh? What you say, honey? No, I didn't say that. That Calvin said that. Okay.
Captain did not say
Anyway, man. All right, man. Let's talk about your boy Duda. Now, Duda, if you didn't know from last season, Otis Duda Perry um, decided to run for mayor, and he won. And he's walking around town with his wife, and they doing business in the London City. And Duda, he's like a woman magnet, man. And Tracy, who was Ronnie's baby mama, she liking Duda, and Duda liking her. And I think that Duda's wife. kind of like it too, because we know that Duda like the females, Duda's wife like the females as well. So it might be a little love triangle there. But I talked to Ronnie earlier, and Ronnie is not happy about this. Now I was about to die. I died in the alley, holding your hand, and now you gonna be with a man that murdered people.
I
Grandma,
mean,
Grandma would not be happy with this. I I I killed somebody for you. I love you, and then they
well,
killed
listen,
me.
nah, man, but they weren't. She wasn't married to you, and even if she was, I mean, you
Hold on, hold on,
know.
hold on. Is it Tyon Lachey? Tyon Lachey said, but when he took his shirt off, she salivating at the mouth over Duda. That's what it
So that,
is.
but
It's a little
that's what
chocolate
she
chip for
did
y'all. Yeah.
when he took the shirt off. They did pan to her, and she was like, "Okay, okay." Listen, first of all, Brandon Scott, aka Jimmy Pearson, would never move
Right.
in on on the widow's woman.
Right.
Here's so I'm not even mad at Duda. I'm not even mad at Bedroom Candy because we know Bedroom Candy want to get some of that too because we clearly so you gonna fuck my
I
husband, don't
you're gonna do it, and I'm gonna do it
you?
to
Yeah.
you.
So I'm not even mad at Bedroom Candy. What I'm mad at is all them damn poles in there that needed to be painted. Dude, I'm gonna go right to the damn pole she painting the paint. Why don't you paint some of the other poles? Let's tag team on this work. Get this work done, and then we can do what we gotta do. I don't
Duda,
need two people on this one pole. No, man.
no,
No, man.
Duda trying to get her to paint his pole. That's what Duda was trying to do. Duda trying to get her to paint his pole, not that pole. That was Calvin. That was all like that was a shot. That's why they were painting the pole together, because Duda trying to get her to do the strokes on the pole.
listen, listen.
And
Listen.
let me say this. Let me say this when you say that. And her and Lala, they having a butt contest. What's go- I didn't know Tracy was carrying like that.
Well, wait a minute. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute now. Lala's is fake. Tracy's look like it's straight cornbread
That's
fake.
some ham hocks. That come with cornbread, a side of rice and peas, some red
Tracy,
beans and rice,
yeah, Tracy looked like she
a
aged like a
sweet
little ham
tea.
man. Yeah, yeah. Tracy said, "I'm." Tracy said, "I'm. I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna go over there and talk to him.
Right.
Talk to him."
She should have been slapping her butt. Like, I'm about to go. Let me get these together. Get these two
She gonna
hands
go over there.
together and get over here.
She gonna go over there and talk to him. And LGBT was like, "Get that money, girl. So you get that check."
She was like, "Girl, you need the strap, or you good?"
Hey man, dude, let me tell you the moment that Tracy got shook because she was getting smart with him and everything. Like, so what you here to take pictures or you here to help? Like, I ain't gotta show you no respect. I ain't gotta do. Dude, I leaned in and was like, "I ain't who you think I am." She was like,
Right.
"Oh,
Oh, you not?
oh my, oh my,
Oh.
oh my, oh, oh wow, oh my."
So
She
you
was shook. From that point on, she was shook. Dude, I walked down and said,
oh, do that.
make sure she get the information. And Candy was like,
Yes, sir.
bitch.
I'm not who you think I am. Like he Billy D. You want my arm to fall off? Like, this is not mahogany, dude. This is just shot.
Hey man, I can't front. Duda is actually floating around Chicago and floating around the Shy. He is delivering lines and he's delivering gangster to almost every scene we see. I can't even front on Duda. You know what I mean? Like, I may don't do that now. Now I can see Brandon Scott leaning in and being like, pull your mask up, Shaw.
I got Hulu. I got that Hulu and Netflix, yo. Hey, dummy, come on up, Park Heights. I got that Hulu and Netflix for you, shorty. Meet me on Park Heights in Cold Spring.
Somebody said, so you like my suit? She did open the door when she was like, you just a gangster in a nice suit,
Right. Oh,
man.
you like my suit? Yeah, that KG special. Well, get out of here, man. Out of here. And then somebody gonna say that that Dre is Lena Waithe Jr. That's
she
who she
really,
remind me of.
she really is.
Taya,
She really
he's so
is.
wrong that she is. She like, I'm gonna have my character up here. This is my show, and I'm gonna have a character up in here
Yeah,
for
she
me.
really is. She really is.
Yeah, yeah. So Duda is I okay, Duda. But the question I got, Calvin, and this is my side observations. All right, you the mayor of a major city, but you don't have no police detail. You just walk around by yourself. You know, he shows up in the trap to give Trigg, some instructions of what to do. He's out here painting poles. Ain't no police around. Him and Candy walking up in the restaurant. Ain't no. I mean, Brandon Scott got at least 5 people with him when he got
But
his
that's
when he getting
because
his bush trimmed up.
but that's because, like we talk about here, there's two Baltimores. There's clearly two Chicagos. There's the Chicago that's questioning, is he the gangster or is he a politician? And then there's the Chicago that knows he's a gangster. They not messing with Duda. They know they not. So not only do
Right.
he have gangsters behind him, now he got the police behind him. So you can't win messing with him. He can walk around free. Dude, I'm good. I'm good everywhere in Chicago. I'm good everywhere.
Right.
Everywhere.
But it's obvious, dude. Man, that's crazy. That a dude is doing what he do.
Somebody did
Yeah,
say he did have the one bodyguard, and he
yeah.
does
When
have
he went to the hospital, yeah, he did have a
one guy with him.
bodyguard. Yeah, yeah. But outside of that, dude is just walking around like, hey, what's up? I'm Duda, and people run, and that's what they do. Now, I guess as we watching this episode, Calvin, and I was kind of comparing it to This Is Us for a little bit. I guess COVID didn't happen in Chicago because I don't see nobody in no mask. I guess COVID didn't happen because everybody up in the barbecue spot, and so it was no COVID in Chicago.
Yeah, I don't see a lack of mask. Maybe they've decided to just completely skip that portion,
Yeah,
and it's
maybe that's the
fictional, so
storyline. Yeah, it's fictional. So yeah, maybe
it's
they.
fictional, so they don't, they're definitely not obligated to do it. And just like I was saying about the police thing, every other show is doing it, so they're not obligated to do it. And maybe it messes with the storyline if they do try to social distance and mask and stuff. So yeah,
Right.
I'm
Okay.
not mad at them
All
about
right,
that.
I'm not mad at that. And then in closing, we see Emmett's mother. She's with the masseuse and she's in cougar mode, and so she's getting her body rub on with her son's high school classmate. So I guess it's all right because if Mama is dating your high school classmate and your dad is dating your sloppies, hey Emmett, it's all good, man. Now I understand why Emmett is America's F boy.
Listen, I don't have a problem with her dating the dude because he clearly likes her and she clearly likes him. My only question is, what in the Tyler Perry wig they doing with her
Right.
braid? Like, I mean,
Her
now
wig
I
looked worse than
understand.
Boris Kojo in that Tyler Perry movie.
And
When
I
he had
understand it's a thing. Like I know over in Africa they can take braids and make different designs out of them, so it may be a thing. I don't know about Chicago though. Like I don't know if that's what's going on. But it just when it's pulled back, it looks fine. But when she got it looking like the crown, and I don't know. I don't know. Somebody said what happened to Jose. Didn't Jose's family say something wrong to her and throw her out the
yeah,
pen?
yeah. They got into a little beef, and yeah. Her and Jose, they went ahead and broke it off.
Let's look at here. So I see someone says, "Is it me or Keisha and them moved into the Adams family house?" I thought they joint looked a little bigger because they was in that apartment last time
Right.
celebrating the little party, and then they looked like they had it upstairs and downstairs. The next
Right.
time we seen them, I'm like, well, what? Who on the come up in here? Who on the come up in here? I,
Dre.
I, It might be Dre. It might be
Might be
Dre.
Dre. It might
Might
be
be.
Dre. Yeah, yeah, because they definitely got steps now. They was all in like on one floor in three apartments last season. So, yeah, they coming up like the Evans. You know, they finally made it out Cabrini Green.
Hey man, I had a couple of observations that I wanted to talk about.
Go ahead.
Um, so if you remember, they showed at the beginning how Gemma's dad was with Lena Waithe and Duda decided that he was going to go with Duda to back him for mayor.
Mm-hmm.
If you can tell in here the way he talked about, we had the young black kids protesting, the white people won't like that, all police aren't bad. I think a lot of that is alluding to what's about to happen, because it seems like Duda is going to start waging war against the police department from the mayor's office. If he does, Gemma's dad isn't going to go for that. He's not going to like that. And we might start seeing a rift between them, and he might start pulling back his support of Duda and then start, or let me just say Otis, pulling back his support and
Otis.
then go back and look for Lena Waithe to support. So let's keep an eye out for that. I am very impressed and delighted, because I think at the beginning of last season I was a little worried that Papa was going to fall down this hole of still trying to be this funny fat kid, and as
Right.
he's getting older, but Papa seems to be the peacemaker. He's always bringing all three of them together. He seems to be the one with the most reasonable head. He's in love with Maisha. I'm really impressed and pleased with the way Papa's character is starting to grow and develop. I'm really enjoying that, and I hope they start centering on him more. I know a lot of last season was around him and Maisha and him and his dad, and also Papa might not get a lot of shine this season, but I hope they do, because I think he's I think he's growing into a great young man. Kevin. So we saw that a month later that his girl is going to be kissing on one of his best friends. I think one of the things that pushes her away is that Kevin, and I was talking about the leaning right wing politically. If you noticed, he agrees with her father a lot, and a lot of the things that he says to Gemma, he starts to talk at Gemma and riff against Gemma.
Right.
I think that's going to push her away. That's going to push her right in his homeboy's arms, and they're going to be kissing. See, one of the things that he did, which she said, I want someone that I can debate with. And he's like, why would I want to debate with you? I love you. Well, you want to debate with her because not just women, but everyone likes to be able to speak with someone. They don't want someone always agreeing with them, always doing what they say. They like to be able to have that
Why
challenge.
not?
So what? Why not what?
See, the nice guys always come in last. See, she wants someone that's dangerous, that's going to
No, I
challenge
don't.
her and be different. He's just not going
No,
to
chat.
do everything I say. But
I
then
disagree.
y'all want a brother. See, Calvin, this remind me when I was a teenager and I was trying to get a girl, and she was telling me that I was going to do everything. I was a little puppy and I ain't had no backbone. I'm sorry.
Oh, my
It
bad.
triggered.
So,
It triggered.
my bad. It was you, because I was the guy that she came to and was like, "Yeah, that nigga do everything I say." I'll be like, "Man, fuck that. What's up, girl?" Yeah,
Right.
I apologize. I apologize.
See?
Um, and last thing, I want to. So we clearly see that Duda is going to get shot. I want to start keeping a list and a tally of, and this might be something in there. Who shot Duda? I want to see if we can figure it out. And I got
Right.
some suspects right off. I got a couple suspects that you'll know, but I got one suspect that's a dark horse that you might not know. Definitely have Amani maybe popping him. Of course, Jake may be popping him. Um, of course, Trig may pop him.
Mm-hmm.
But let me give you one that you might not have noticed, but I noticed.
Who?
The little boy that came in and was sweeping the hair.
Yeah, I thought about him as
Why
well.
was
Yes.
he there, number one? And then when Trig was going to give him money, he said, "No, I want to earn my money." That line might come back. You want to earn some money? I need you to pop the mayor. That's my dark horse. That's going to shoot Utah.
All right, my dark horse is Ronnie. I think Ronnie may have done this. So I'm gonna throw Ronnie in the mix. I think Ronnie is gonna come back. Ronnie really did not die, and Ronnie's gonna come back and shoot Duda because he got Tracy. So that's my guess, Ronnie. All right. I'm sorry,
Okay.
y'all. I'm gonna milk this for as long as I can, so get used to it. And so,
Is
yeah, I
is
think
is Ronnie's girlfriend in here?
yeah,
Tanitra and I
yeah,
here.
where's Tanisha
She'll
at?
she'll see it. She'll see it. She'll see
Yeah,
it.
I mean, I'm doing it
Somebody
for you,
said
Tanitra.
they can't date nobody that call them a bitch, and I completely understand that. But we don't know if her and Jake are
Yes,
actually
you can.
dating
Yes, you can.
or.
Yes, you can. You have. You just didn't know.
I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this with you.
Yes,
Leave
you
our
have.
people alone. Leave our people alone, man. Oh, Tanitra says she's
Hey,
here.
Tanitra.
Tanitra's in here.
I've been looking for you, Tanitra.
Hey,
Yes, you have
man.
dated somebody that called you out your name. You just ain't know.
Someone said their guess is Tracy. Who's
Yeah,
Tracy?
somebody in your house said that.
Who's Tracy?
Ask her.
Oh, the
T-
girl, the girl, yeah,
turn around
Ronnie's
and
it.
ask her. Katina, who is Tracy?
Bro, maybe you don't know this, but we moved up like Kevin and the family. We got levels
Oh
here.
yeah, I love
We
it.
got, yeah, we got levels here. We ain't in an apartment no more. You know, we moved up a little bit, so I would had to yell downstairs. Yeah, we had to
Ah, okay,
yeah,
okay.
on the same
You
level.
fancy.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, we
You
moved
fancy
up.
now. You
So you
fancy.
think the shy can only the shy can move up? We done
I,
moved up, bro.
I feel
Yeah.
you. I feel you. All right. Yeah. So, what we gonna do about next week? Because you know it's Memorial Day, and so you think they're gonna show a new episode on Sunday?
I'm thinking they're going to show one, and if they show one, I mean, we're gonna have to broadcast it. It'll be the end of Memorial Day. I mean, 7 o'clock, y'all can, they can come in. If not, they can watch the repeat of it. We'll have some people here.
Okay.
We do have one more episode of This Is Us. The finale comes on tomorrow. So Wednesday we will end This Is Us. So we'll end that'll effectively end our Wednesday night broadcast, and then we'll just be concentrating on this, unless something else pops up that we may want to see. We are going to get a music battle together. I have been holding the belt too long. I'm telling you now, it's starting to get a little dusty up there.
He's
It
scared,
needs a
y'all.
tune
He's
up. It
scared.
needs a
He's
tune
scared.
up.
He's trying to hold on to the belt long. I'm sorry. What were you saying? Go ahead.
See, this is what I'm talking about right now. I need a match. I need to defend the title.
He's
I'm
scared,
feeling
y'all.
anxious here. I'm feeling anxious. I gotta defend my title.
I'm like Clubber Lang. He avoid me. He Rocky, and I'm Clubber Lang. He avoid me.
Hey man, we're gonna think of.
I
Matter of
pity
fact,
the fool that hold on to the belt and don't want to have a challenge.
we're gonna think of a battle this week, and we'll come to you all next Monday and tell you what
Vanilla
it is.
Ice versus Snow. That was what Eric recommended. Vanilla Ice versus Snow. So we'll see.
Don't sleep on Informer.
I
Informer.
sing da ding da day.
Boom boom down
So
Informer. Didn't they make him stay in Canada? They took away his citizen, his
I
visa or
don't
something,
know. I'm
and
gonna have
sent
to.
him
I'm
back
gonna
to
have to.
Canada. Yes, no, they something like that.
I'm gonna have to look through that.
Anyway,
All right.
hey, I want to thank everybody for coming in. The chat was popping. You all have some great things. We'll try to get to things in the chat. This was amazing. We hope you all will join us again for the next episode. If they do show the episode next Sunday, we will be here at 7 o'clock next Monday. Of course, Wednesday we will do the season finale. We will discuss the season finale of This Is Us, which comes on tomorrow night. And we'll get a music battle together, and we'll talk about that next Monday also, or the following Monday if they don't show the shot. So we'll talk about that also. Hey, we appreciate everybody that's here. Once again, this is All Things Black with Garland and Calvin. I'm Calvin. He's Garland. That is the championship belt that I'm still holding on to. And every episode it'll
This
be
the
there.
real belt. This the real belt. Anyway.
So, during the pandemic, the Patapsco flea market was still open. And Garland, of course, went down there and was looking for a belt. And, the Jamaican man was like, $5, man. $5.
You want your belt now?
You'll be champion too.
Maybe we'll do a reggae challenge or something. We'll see.
Hey, everybody. Thank you for joining us. We will see you next week. And, of course, we'll talk to you on the Facebook page. All right, everybody. Have a good one. Stay safe. Later, Garland. Tell Ronnie Calvin. I said bye also.
Good night. Good night, everybody. Especially Tanisha. Good night.